Welcome back to the channel where we explore, learn, and theorize about the Marvel Universe. Today we're going to be talking about Sony selling the rights to Spider-Man back to Marvel, Venom in Spider-Man 3, and Phil Coulson returning to the MCU. If you're new to the channel, or even if you've been watching for a while, make sure you subscribe because more than 96% of you guys aren't subscribed. And if you think you're subbed, double check because apparently there's a glitch where people are getting unsubscribed from certain channels. And remember that a subscription is free for you, but it really helps the channel a lot. And you can always unsub later if you want. Now let's get started. According to Daniel Richtman, if the Sony Universe movies flop, Sony Japan is going to be forced to sell Sony's Marvel characters back to Marvel Studios. And while I would love to see all 900 of Sony's Spider-Man characters back at Marvel, and it would be amazing to have Venom, Carnage, Morbius, and the rest of the characters officially in the MCU and not the loose connection or whatever's going on right now with the Venom-verse, I think that there's one extremely positive thing from having Sony oversee the Spider-Man characters. Due to Spider-Man being one of the most popular characters in the entire Marvel Universe, he has an incredibly large lineup of villains and ancillary characters. And while Marvel would of course give us the popular ones like Venom, Carnage, and the Sinister Six, there's almost no chance that we'd get solo movies, let alone trilogies for these characters like Sony is doing. I mean, there are plans to make movies for Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, Jackpot, Nightwatch, Man-Wolf, Solo, Dusk, and a ton of other characters which probably never would have appeared in the MCU, let alone get their own movies or shows. Richtman also said that Clark Gregg will return as Phil Coulson in the present-day MCU. Now whether this will be the version from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or if it'll be the one that died in the Avengers, and they'll ignore what happened in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. completely is unknown. But either way, it'd be awesome to see Clark Gregg return as Phil Coulson. Next, according to KC Walsh, the editor-in-chief over at Geeks World Wide, before being fired from Marvel and hired by DC for the Suicide Squad, James Gunn was set to become a producer at Marvel and oversee multiple projects after Guardians of the Galaxy. Kevin Feige really wasn't kidding about James Gunn's influence on the MCU moving forward. If I'm correct in what I've found, these guys have been planting the seeds to what's coming in Phase 4 and beyond since like 2012 or 2013 at least, and their work shows. And while we know that James Gunn will be done with the Guardians of the Galaxy after Volume 3, it doesn't mean that he couldn't start working on a different show or movie like the Thunderbolts, or the team that was set up in the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the original Guardians of the Galaxy from the future, the Guardians 3000, which would star Sylvester Stallone as Stakar Ogord, aka Starhawk. And lastly, in an interview with Variety, Zendaya was asked about Spider-Man 3, and she said that it's our third. These things go by so fast. We still have a lot left to do, but it's like running from aliens and things you can't see. Part of that's kind of fun. A lot of what we do is escapism, just being able to play a teenager again. But what's really interesting about this is that we've once again been thrown a curveball. From the original plans with Kraven the Hunter, to the multiverse bringing over characters from alternate Spider-Man universes and the Sinister Six, to now running from aliens. And while this does make sense as we're getting Secret Invasion in the near future, and the Skrulls played a large role in Spider-Man Far From Home, it could actually have something to do with a different alien, or more importantly, symbiote. And while this one's more of a stretch, it has been rumored that Tom Hardy's Venom will cameo in Spider-Man 3 for like 5 seconds, and that it'll set up the Venom vs. Spider-Man movie in the future, and that this could even be how Venom gets his Spider-Man emblem on his chest in Venom 2. But let me know what you guys think about all this. What do you think of Sony selling the Spider-Man rights back to Marvel? Would you like to see Phil Coulson return, even if it once again confirms that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't canon? And would you like to see Venom in Spider-Man 3, even if it is just a small cameo? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.